Good evening folks and welcome. This is I thought I'd make this video for Graham over at Radio Cruncher, because I heard him saying yesterday that he's having a few issues servicing a Garrard. I think the one he's got is a 35 SB. Well, this is the same thing as what he's got. This is the same thing that he's got. They're basically all an SP25 really, would, you know, just have different arms and shite on them. And this one has a repeat function, but that's not much different. It's belt drive, the same as Graham's. So what I'm going to do, I've not lost the centre piece. I've got the centre spindle. I've got it. The cartridge carrier doesn't have to come out because there's no cartridge in this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off by telling you what lubricants you need, what cleaning stuff. You don't need rubber renew on this. Just them two really. Oh, and the isopropyl. Look at the state of my isopropyl. Still, I've got a new bottle up there, but I did actually have a little paintbrush for painting the grease, for applying the grease, but I seem to have lost it, so I need to buy some more miniature paintbrushes because I don't have any, and it's a bit of a bastard because I need one. So I'll have to use either a cotton bud, or if you're in America it's a Q-tip, or, I mean, in my opinion, a Q-tip is something you get on the end of a pool or a snooker cue. Obviously the Americans see everything differently, which is not surprising. So basically this is the Garrard 35 SB. SB standing for synchronous belt drive. Synchronous motor belt drive. This has got a brand new belt on this. They're always tricky to get off under a brand new belt because they're nice and tight. Bit like a woman's pussy, like a virgin's honey pot. Anyway, so what we'll do, we'll start the service of this deck. It's basically, you don't have to go to town on these. You don't have to take everything off. That's everything. Not everything has to come off. I will remove the belt from there just in case any contaminants get onto it, and I'll put the belt the back there. Now basically there's not a lot to the speed mechanism on these. It's just that little fucking bit of shit there that moves up and down, and I did have a screwdriver, but I seem to have left it in the front room. So let's see if I've got another one in here, a flat blade. That'll do. Because I've just put my Deca Compact 4. There's a circlip here. Where's that circlip come from? A stray circlip. Don't know where that's from. So somewhere under here there's a circlip missing. This is all nicely lubricated. Oh, I know where it's from. I know where it's from. Now basically, I'll take this apart because it's... No, it's not from there. Right. No, it's not from there. I thought it was from there. It's not. That's you don't lubricate this really, just this pin here. Just lubricate this pin here. It doesn't need doing because I've just noticed it's pretty wet. Because it was done actually not long ago. It was done not long ago, this one, but I'm going to do it again just to show Graham. The top side it was done, the bottom wasn't. And I'll save that circlip because I don't know where it come from. Don't know whether it's off this or off something else. So I thought it was off the bottom there, but it's not. Right, just clip the clip back on. And inside of the turntable. Let's get the ball race out. We'll go through the whole thing. So I put the stuff in the turntable and that way I don't lose any of it. The cartridge carrier's here. Obviously if you're going to protect your cartridge, you pull, and you start this, you pull that out. But there's no cartridge in this one, so it doesn't matter, it can stay in. Because this came with no cartridge carrier, I had to find one for it. And needs a good clean this, but it's only superficial dirt. Let's have a look at the motor. Motor's nice and free. Now what we're going to do now, we're going to look underneath the mechanism. Now, Graham said something about some wires. Right, well on these, you've got, let me turn it round because this is aimed at Graham. Let me turn it round, see if we can see. Let's bring you in a bit. Right, I need you to pay attention here, Graham. Right. Now can I come down a bit? Yeah. Right, basically, you've got, I'm going to turn it around a bit more. You can just see them. These two lugs here, if you've got a ground, if you've got a green wire in the power lead of the unit, then you earth this. But I earth it anyway. I generally earth this across to here, which is where the earths all generally go anyway. But that's what I do. So if that's what you're concerned about, Graham, your green wire goes to that, and it earths the motor plate and the motor, and you also earth the deck as well. You earth the deck as well. But basically what happens on these, the main thing that happens on these, if I can move that, there we go, this thing here jams. As you can see, look at that. If I turn it on, look, see what I mean, that's supposed to come back pretty rapid, and it seizes up. And that's really all that goes wrong with these. There's not really anything else to be concerned about. So all we do is we pull off our circlip, spray a bit of oil in there just to get it loosened up. So that'll loosen up in a minute. Once that's loosened up, it can be lifted up then and then be lubricated correctly. But I don't know where this deck's going to go yet. I haven't decided. See, that's loose already now. See, and that basically, as the push pad comes, this is your push pad here, and that comes down, and it pushes that. It pushes that, which then pushes that comes further down. It pushes that, and we're not quite free there because that's supposed to spring back and it's not properly anyway. So basically all you do, you get your screwdriver. I mean, you can do this with a heat gun, it doesn't matter, there's no, see that springs back lovely now. So you can do this with a heat gun, there's no, you know, you don't have to, but you can. See in there, look, you've got all the shite there now. So what we do, we get the cotton buds. And any Americans watching, get your snooker cues out so you can use your Q-tips. Or your pool cues. Don't play snooker in America, do they? Don't think they're brainy enough for it, are they? I mean, we're talking about a culture here that runs around with a ball in their hand and they call it football. They don't kick the damn thing. How can it be football if they don't kick the damn thing? You know, we're talking about people here who think they own the fucking world and all. Yeah, anyway, let's not get political. There it is. Give all this a good clean. This post there. And clean that. It's got dog hairs in it. Give all this a good clean. See. Oh, pardon me folks, I've got a bit of a cough today. I woke up this morning, mind you that's no surprise is it? I did, I woke up this morning and I right dose of the farts. Don't know how my dog puts up with me, you know, don't know, must affect him differently because man, you're used to smelling shit, aren't they, dogs? Yeah. As I've not got me... Oh. Why is it you can screw so far and then it jams and you can't get the top off? I'm going to use the cotton bud here to reapply the grease. There we go. I'll use the cotton bud to apply the grease because I've not got any little paint brushes I like to use. I have to purchase some. And if George Fiddler pays me that £15 he owes me, I'll be able to purchase some, won't I? Yeah, if you're ever going to fucking sell anything, make sure you get your money off the little fucker first. Twat. I sold him a hacker record player and he ain't fucking paid me for it. And I let him have it cheap. I don't give a fuck what he thinks about me bad mouthing him on here. I'm not fucking arse. He should have paid me. Promised to pay me at the swap meet. Then he promised to fucking send it to me. Then today he told me he'd send it. No, he ain't gonna fucking send it. He's got no intentions of doing so. If you ever sell him anything, lads, make sure you fucking get the fucking money off him first. He's a chiselling little bastard. Fucking shithead. Oh fuck, where's that gone? Oh, there it is. There we go. Yeah, so there's an heads up for you. Sell anything to George Fiddler, get your fucking money first. Yeah, because little fucker won't pay you. He thinks I don't know where he fucking lives. I'll pay him a fucking visit and get me money off him. I won't be violent, I'm not that kind of person. I'll either get me money or the fucking record player back, one of the fucking two. There's no need for that. It's not something you do. Well, unless you call George Fiddler. Right. He's got the right name, Annie Fiddler. Yeah. So we'll give this a bit of a grease here. I mean, I got this fucking record deck off him. He reckons he fucking serviced it. My arse he did. Yeah. If he serviced it, why am I doing it now? Because I've already done it once. I'm just doing it again because I'm basically giving, basically doing it just for information purposes, just for for Graham. Yeah, put that on there a minute. Slide that up there out of the way. Now let's have a look at the speed mechanism, because there's not really a lot that you do on these. I mean, there's not really a lot to go wrong. I mean, the speed mechanism probably won't even need touching. I mean, look at those fucking wires. They need sorting out. Yeah. Speed mechanism doesn't need touching. There's nothing really there to seize up. And that's okay now. And that's your size selector. We'll just check that because they can be a problem sometimes. $12. Hang on, that's my neighbour. Let me see if she needs any shopping taking up. No, she doesn't. I've got the best neighbour in the world, you know. I really, honestly have. She's brilliant, my neighbour. Lovely. Anyway, what the issue is here, that is sort of semi-seized. So what we'll do, we'll take the clip off that. Yeah, if you get George to do a repair for you, make sure he ain't pissed when he's doing it. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, and if your gear comes from a fucking no smoking home, it fucking won't, by the time he's fucking done with it, fucking smokes. He smokes in his fucking workshop, and he shouldn't if he's doing other people's gear. Yeah. Right. Let's give this a clean. I mean, there are those who will probably leave comments and say I shouldn't fucking say what I say. I don't give a fuck. You should pay me. You should give me 15 quid, the little fucker. I don't do that to people. You know. I mean, what kind of society are we fucking living in nowadays? I mean, all fucking wrong. Fucking living in a shit society these days. People can just fucking rip you off and think they can't be held accountable. Oh, I've not put a bit of grease on there, have I? People think they can rip you off and not be held accountable. You fucking can't do it with me. Let's use the end of this one. Only putting a bit of fucking grease on, and no point using a fresh one. Right. Oh. There we go. I'm really happy with that Compact 4, folks. That's turned out really good. Works really well, that. Yeah. Make sure when you put this washer back on, it's bent, so make sure you put it on correctly. Observe the way you take it off. But like I say, Graham, there's not really a lot to do with these. They're generally pretty straightforward to service. They're just an SP25 really. That's all they are. They're an SP25 with a repeat function. Now what's this one? What's this fucking lever here for? Don't fucking know. I suppose I'll find out in a minute. Now let's put the Right. I would rather be a fool than no fool at all. I'll just spend those lonely hours. Yeah, Jim Reeves. Oh fuck, I've got the ball race. Where's that gone? Shite. Dropped onto this fucking bubble wrap here, I think. Fucking dropped somewhere. What the fuck's... Oh, for fuck's sake. Also, I've got to fucking scrabble around all over the bastard floor to find that fucker. Where did you go? Man, the fucking thing's about as big as a 2p piece. Come on, you fucker, where are you? It's not dropped in this, has it? I heard it hit this. No, it hasn't. Here you are, bastard. Where have you gone? Where have you gone, you fucker? Oh, give us a minute, folks. There we go. Found it. Yeah. So what we'll do, we'll put a bit of grease on the thrust, the bottom thrust washer, maybe a bit round the spigot, bottom of the spigot as well. There we go. Put the thrust bearing in. And that's got a load of shite on it, look at that. What the fucking hell is that lot on that? Where's my glasses? Can't put that back in like that. Not unless you want fucking Rumble City, you can't. I think it's hard grease, but I'm not sure. There we go. Let's give it a clean. Yeah. Put a bit on the top of this thrust washer. There we go. Give it a bit of, you don't need a lot on here, Graham, but you know, it's right. So that's the thrust washer done. Now we've already serviced this. Let's get a bit of grease in the cam. I think they call it a cam follower, but there we go. There we go. Don't need too much, but there we go. Put a bit on there, just on the top, and it will find its way in. Put a bit round there, round that. There we go. Put the gear back on. There we go. Put the clip on. I don't know where that other clip came from. I've got a clue where that other clip came from. Might not even be off this. Might be actually, because I put a clip on there before and it fell off, so it must have been too big, so this must be off here. We should have fucking noticed that a second ago before I put the fucking gear wheel back on. There we go. That's too big as well. It's got to go on. Actually, it's not too big, it's I've widened it, I think. Let's just close the gap. There we go. That's it. Make sure we're in the groove properly. Yeah, that ain't going anywhere. Perfect. Right. Give my hand a quick wipe. Let's just give the drum a quick wipe there. There we go. Right. So what we'll do next, we won't put the belt on just yet, although we'll get the belt ready, but we won't put it on just yet because we want to just quickly want to look at the bearings in the motor. So I always service the bearings in the motor by simply finding my fucking screwdriver would help. There it is. By basically just taking that wasn't very tight, whoever put that in. Not even tight, that, look. Basically all you do, you just pull the bearing cap off the bottom, get a cotton bud, bit of IPA, take those screws out so they don't get lost. There we go. Oh, fuck. I'm going to have to buy some more of these. Give it a dry. There we go. Bit of the old 3-in-1. A couple of drops of that. Jesus, man. Keep fucking dropping everything. Bloody hell. Right. Yeah, that'll do. A couple of drops will do it. So I'll give it one more because there's a sponge in there. It has to soak up. I'll give it one more. That'll do it. There we go. Now, I can't. Can I take that? Yeah. There we go. That all comes off. Right. Yeah, we've got a... There we go. The dog hair. There we go. Look at that. I've actually come across these before, too, you know, where these have been split because they're a separate item. They've got like a ferrite core there, an aluminium, I think it is there, could be steel, and a steel piece there. And I've actually had these where they've separated, believe it or not. Once I've seen it. There, look at that. Spins beautifully, that, folks. Yeah, and that's what we want. We'll push that back onto the, put that back onto there. And if you unplug the motor, Graham, make sure you look at which way you plug it back on, because if you do it wrong it goes round backwards. Make sure you mark it so you know where the blue and the brown go and two blues go. Just say if you do it the wrong way round, the turntable will go round backwards. I know because I've done it. You know, and it's an inconvenience if you've put the fucking thing back together and you have to take it apart again to swap the fucking right. Don't think we're quite in there. Are we actually properly in there? Yeah. Yeah, we're in. We are. Yeah. Yeah, we're in. What we were. Dee 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 dee. So we're going to get a bit of an oil leak coming out of there, unless, there we go. Now let's see how it turns. Should actually be dead free. Yep. There we go. Perfect. So now what we do, put the belt on. There we go. You can tell where they started cheapening out on these, can't you? Because it's an all aluminium turntable and they weren't made as nice as the proper SP25 ones. Make sure that we change. Yeah, we're nice and level. Right, let's check the automatic mechanism. I can put this under this side here just to support it. There we go. Now it should go. Let's just wind this so that there we go. It should go to the 10-inch position, which is about halfway across the turntable. Well, just into it. That's good enough. So halfway across, it's 7-inch halfway across, isn't it? Now move that to the end, and it turns off. Yeah. Now 7-inch. Yeah. Yeah, spot on. Try not to keep catching that like that because I don't want to scratch the base now. 12-inch. Yep. and to the end. That's it. Now let's check the repeat record function. We'll try it on the 7-inch. Don't need to try it on all of them. There we are, it's gone over. Now let's yep. Turn this back to single. There we go. Oops. Yep. There we go, folks. And especially for you, Graham, that is the Garrard 35SB, so basically serviced. And you'll know how to set the counterbalance. I shouldn't actually have to teach you to suck eggs. And yeah, well, speaking of which, it was interesting, Graham, that your live video got pulled yesterday, because I didn't watch it all because I had to go out. So I thought I'd catch up on it when I came in, and it'd been pulled. So that's it. Just check there's no obstructions anywhere. But like I say, your main cause of problems is this thing here. Because if that bar there doesn't move, it causes, I'll zoom out a bit. If that bar there doesn't move, that causes all sorts of problems. The mechanism doesn't work properly. Like for example, if it's there and it can't come back, it just keeps repeating, turning the mechanism on and off. Or if it's there, it'll just keep shutting off, you know, if it can't move. So that has to have freedom of movement. So this is ready now. I mean, this is ready now to it's ready to be put to work. This can be put in a safe place, and I have got a centre spindle for it somewhere, but that is how you service the Garrard 35SB. We're all done. And thank you very much for watching, and more to come later. Bye for now.